Chairman, co-chair, committees, subcommittees, oh my. And updates on the big phone home. Come aboard, let's get weird right now on the Unidentified Celebrity Review.
Unidentified.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good day, good afternoon, and aloha. Welcome back to another episode of the Unidentified Celebrity Review, your home for credible news, reviews, and commentary on everything UFOs. My name's Luis Jimenez. Thank you so much for coming aboard and getting weird with me here today. I hope you are enjoying your Tuesday. I hope the daylight savings time change hasn't messed with you too much. I'm sure it did. Before we get started, of course, please do me the solid. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. Hit that like button on the video if you're enjoying the content. And if you don't, please smash the dislike button and tell me why. I read every single one and try to interact with every comment I can. Also, the most important thing, don't forget to ring that bell because we are having live streams coming fast and often. The schedules of those live streams constantly change, so I want you to be up to date. If you want to be up to date with everything, especially concerning the big phone home, ring that bell. So with all of that out of the way, what are we talking about today? So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the list that I have made. So this list is a list that I've really been working hard on. It's a list that I compiled of every single senator, congressman, the states they serve in, the districts they're in, the phone numbers to every single one of their offices, and also their Twitter accounts. So that way, when you do decide to get active in the big phone home, you don't have to go searching for what senators and what congressmen are in your district or what committees they serve. I've done all of that legwork for you. The link for this list will be available, I'm hoping, by this time next week. So in 1 week, I hope to have the website up and running with this list on there. Just waiting on some design aspects from a graphic designer. Once we get all of those images and we've got something to fill the website with, then that's when we're going to launch it and also make sure that this list is on there so you guys can access it at your convenience. So, but I wanted to give you a little sneak peek on it. I'm calling it the Big Phone Home Contact List. So the first thing we have in the Congress or in the Big Phone Home Contact List, UAP Contact List, is the Congress UAP list. So what this is, click on it, and you're going to see all of the states in the union, pretty much every single one. There are an exception. Some very small states don't have senators that are on the committees that we serve. So if you don't see your state there, that is why. For example, let's say you live in the state of, I live in California, so we'll use California. You click on California, you'll notice that the first thing you see are all of the districts. So it'll give you the district, the name of the representative, the congressman in that district. So in this case, it's Eric Swalwell, and the committee they serve on. So the Judiciary and the Homeland Security Committee. So if you see more than one committee, that means they serve on two. If you see just one, for example, Barbara Lee, she's only on appropriations, but we're going to go back to Eric. And so when you go to Eric's name, you'll see in here that there's two things you could click on. The first is offices. Now, when you click on offices, it'll give you both their Washington, D.C. and their district in the state that they live in, their office. In a lot of cases, especially with senators, they have multiple district offices because they have offices all over the state. Some congressmen also have multiple offices depending on what state they live in and how big of a territory they have to cover. For the most part, you only have to stick to two. The most important one I'd say is probably the DC office, unless of course you're calling from the state that you live in. For example, if I was going to call Eric Swalwell, I would probably call him first at the Castro Valley office, and then I would also call his DC office and leave a message there. Or if you're just not comfortable with making phone calls, that's totally understandable. You could go back to the list and you could go on their Twitter, and this also will have their Twitter information that you could follow and or just tweet at them your concerns. So the point of this list is we are going to systematically, once the website is up, we are going to start releasing names on this list so that way you guys can go to the list and we can coordinate all of us together what names we're going to hit on what days. So the first thing I think we should probably do is concentrate on the senators. We have a lot of senators in our UAP camp, one of which is Marco Rubio. So I think the first thing we'll do is we'll start reaching out, after we reach out to celebrities and whatnot, then we're going to start reaching out to senators and congressmen. In the senators list, we've got the Appropriations Committee, the Armed Services Committee, the Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee, the Homeland Security Committee, the Judiciary Committee, and the Senate Intelligence Committee. Now, when you click, say, for example, on the Senate Intelligence Committee, you've got majority members and you got minority members. Majority means this is the Democrats. This is the party that's in control. Minority members is the Republicans. They no longer have control of the House or Senate or the White House, so they are the minority members. When you click on majority members, again, you will get a list of names. At the top of this list is going to be the chairman or the co-chair of that committee. The co-chair usually is in the minority members. So you got Vice Chairman Marco Rubio is the co-chair or the minority member chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee. The majority chairman is Mark Warner from Virginia. So let's say we want to contact Mark Warner on this day. This is the name that we all have decided we're going to focus on and reach out not only by calling their offices and by hitting them up on Twitter. The first round, and really this is going to be for a lot of my UFO Twitter folks out there, the folks that really want to engage before the 24th. And by the way, we got to talk about that. The purpose of this is to give Congress and senators the heads up as to what we are doing on April 24th, which, by the way, moved the date of the Big Phone Home from Monday, April 26th to Saturday, April 24th. There's a lot of reasons why we did that. The first is there's going to be more people available to call. More people don't have to work on Saturday. Most people have Saturdays off and can really do whatever they want at their leisure. So to join us on this conversation and join the live stream, we want to get as many eyeballs and as many people as involved. So to make sure that we do that, we're going to do this event on a weekend. It's also a double-edged sword as well. It's also going to serve as, we don't want to clog Congress, the phone banks of Congress, with UAP and UFO requests and have the offshot possibility of a big-time social movement happening. For example, like a Black Lives Matter. Now, I've said this a couple of times, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page. So we're going to move it to the 24th to avoid any clogging, to avoid any frustrations from the side of Congress or Senate. And to do that, we're also going to give them the heads up and just warn them as to what we're doing. So that way we don't surprise anybody. We don't catch anybody off guard. They're ready for this. The idea is to also attract congressmen and senators to come talk to us the day of this event. The only way we're going to do that is if we warn them. The only way we're going to do that is if we're cordial with them. So we have to treat this movement with kid gloves. This is not Storm Area 51. We're not calling up and asking, show us them aliens. You know, this is a very organized, surgical effort to try and really get specific on the things that we want when it comes to UAP disclosure. I wanted to share this list with you today. Get excited about it. I'm going to start requesting all of you guys to, on the same day, I'm going to release a list of names. The names will be on this list in conjunction with celebrities as well that I'd like to reach out to that day. I'm working on a Twitter script, so all you have to do is just copy, paste, insert the name of who you're tweeting at, and you just send it. And, you know, 15, 20 people hit up Joe Rogan on the same day, chances are we might get a response from him. And the same thing goes for our senators, our congressmen, and anyone else that we want to try and get involved with this event. We have to coordinate, we have to come together, and we have to, at the same time, reach out to all these people. So stay tuned, keep a close eye on my Twitter account to see those names. But really what I want to do first is get this website up and running. That is my main focus right now. Once this website is up, then you guys can have access to this list. Then I can start releasing names and really coordinating you guys and galvanizing you guys out there that really want to help. There's a lot of stuff we can do from a social media aspect to get attention and eyeballs to this effort. We're going to go after Brandon Fugel. We're going to go after Joe Rogan. We're going to go after Sager and Jetty. We're going to go after Marco Rubio. We're going to go after every single one of these committees. We're going to go after every single one of these subcommittees. We're going to go after every single senator and congressman that has anything remotely to do with this UAP disclosure discussion. Get ready. I know I'm asking you to be patient. I know I keep changing things, but I want to make sure that all of these things that we're doing are run by the eyeballs that are helping us behind the scenes. I want to make sure I get their approval and their blessing to make sure we move forward to ensure that what we're doing is not a wasted effort. Please be patient. I know I keep saying that the website's coming. This was the biggest thing I was working on, and to get this list together was a massive undertaking to do by myself. Now that this list is done, that was a huge check mark, a huge thing that I needed to get done and out of the way, especially before Stephen Bassett comes on, which he will be on this Wednesday, St. Patrick's Day. So ring that bell so you don't miss this interview, because we are going to be talking everything activism, all the things that we're going to be doing on April 24th to get this movement the highest impact that we can. And Stephen Bassett is going to be a big help in that. Don't miss out. We're also going to be discussing internationally what people outside of the United States could possibly do to encourage more UAP disclosure discussions here in the US. So stay tuned for that. I wanted to share this list with you guys. I wanted you guys to get excited about this list and see what I was working on, so that way you don't think that we're just twiddling thumbs over here. So again, the biggest part of my focus right now is getting this website up and running. That's what I will be focusing on intently for the next week. Keep in touch. Stay tuned, because as soon as it's done, I'm gonna let you know. And as soon as it is done, we are gonna start tweeting, emailing, calling, writing letters to all of these people to warn them about what we're doing. But I also want to have a website when we do that, so that way whatever aide, whatever senator, whatever congressman, whatever celebrity opens or looks at that tweet or email or whatever it is, there is a website that they can go to that will explain everything that we're doing and what this is, because it's very hard to encapsulate the Big Phone Home in a tweet or 2 tweets even. It's very, very difficult to do. That website is essential. It has to be up, and it's going to add a lot of legitimacy when we ask these congressmen and these senators to join us. You know, I'd also like to get an email list on there. There's a lot of things I'd want to do for this website to make it interactive, but this list is the most important thing. This is the thing that I really, really want you guys to start using and working on and helping me contact all of these people. So stay tuned. This is not a super long video, but I just wanted to show you guys what's going on, what we're working on, what's going on behind the scenes. Again, we're trying to be as transparent with this process as I possibly can be, so that way no one's left in the dark. We've got a ton of people that are on board that are already committed to us on a social aspect. I'm going to start activating those people, especially once we get to 3 and 2 weeks away from the event. We're going to really start pushing and hammering. Use the hashtag Big Phone Home. Use the hashtag NUAP Secrecy. That way we can forward the discussion, and anytime somebody clicks on that hashtag, they can be directed and hopefully find what this effort is. There are going to be a lot of videos coming out, sort of tutorials on how to use these lists and how to call a congressman, how to reach out to them on Twitter, things like that. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing that probably next week once the website's up and everything's running. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I'm glad. I am thankful for your patience. Again, we're trying to cram a year worth of planning into 2 months. So, you know, thank you. Thank you for the patience. Thank you for the help. Thank you for all of the suggestions. I truly, truly appreciate it. So that's it for me today, you guys. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think this list will be useful? Do you think this is something that can help you as far as reaching out and getting, you know, more people and more eyeballs looking at this event and talking about this event? The sky's the limit. You know, it's up to us. It's up to us. If we drop the ball on this and nothing happens, the only people we could blame is the people when we look in the mirror, because this will be our fault if we drop the ball on this. We can push this past the goal line. We can help Lou Elizondo. We can help Christopher Mellon. We can help all of these veterans and service members that have seen crazy things validate their experiences, but not only outside of the military, but civilians as well. We deserve answers. We're going to get some answers, but the only way we're going to get them is if we activate ourselves, organize, and execute this plan as best we can. So I'm happy you're here. I'm glad you're on board. Thank you for your patience again. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Again, I try to interact with everybody. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, ring that bell. That way you do not miss any updates on the Big Phone Home, because things are going to start ramping up really quickly here in the next week, especially when it comes to contacting senators senators, congressmen, and celebrities that have an interest in this UAP topic. So get ready, okay? I know you guys are ready, so thank you. Before we go, of course, I want to say thank you to the sponsor, BlueMarlinChronicles.com, purveyors of the world's finest fishing tackle since 1995. And of course, I always love to say thank you to DOS Tapes. They provide all of the tunes that you hear on the show. Their SoundCloud link is in the description below. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, again, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much for coming aboard, getting weird with me here on another episode of the Unidentified Celebrity Review, your home for credible news, reviews, and commentary on everything UFOs. My name's Luis Jimenez. Until next time, you guys, stay safe out there.